everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Demo Night Extravaganza. This is going to be awesome.
Hello everyone, today I am on a different place. Today I am in Embarcadero in San Francisco at GenAI Collective. And this event is highlight demos of AI solutions here in San Francisco. The idea here is the companies to open up the case and showing what they're doing right now, showing the demos. And the best thing is the audience is giving live feedback for them. So then it's an amazing experience for people that are seeing for the first hand the AI being generated, and also for the creators to have the feedback right away. So take a look at the highlights of the companies that I brought for you.
In around maybe 40, 50 minutes, you all are going to stand up and you're all going to start talking to each other. It's a networking event in the end, right? So something like this will happen. You'll struggle to remember who are the people you talk to, what are their names. You'll have LinkedIn screenshots, our tags, which I have here on my leg, and so on and so forth. We're all being there every day. And this is exactly why you need this device that I'm currently wearing on myself. This is Thread. It's an open source wearable that you put on your neck, you go to an event, it remembers people's names, it remembers what you discussed with them, it remembers action items, and pretty much anything that you will need to remember after this event about every person you will talk to. This is all the live transcription, basically, of what I have discussed. It's exact live transcription. It summarizes everything in this way. There is action items, there is raw transcript, there is overview, like everything you need to know about each person.
Dinify, we launched it in the first week. We got 5,000 users and product of the day. But building the application was hard, and going in production was even harder. So that inspired us to pivot and build a platform that anybody can use. So it's sort of like Superbase for GenAI, where we provide a fully managed application platform and no-code tools so that non-developers and developers can come on a single platform and develop GenAI applications. Tools to test their prompts, and then they have to create API, either using Fast API or Flask API. And every time they do a change, they have to re-update their API. But what Lamatic does, it automatically creates a GraphQL API every time there is a change, and it deploys it on the edge. No code, so you can basically create a chain of agents by dragging and dropping it, and easily creating your custom workflows. And what it really does, it actually converts it to low code. So if you want to edit this code, you can easily do it by just going to the code view. And you can deploy it easily, and we actually deploy it on Cloudflare Edge workload. So it's not like Zapier, which is streaming all the results into one single platform. So it's actually doing a serverless edge deployment for you.
Jillian is sending me a text message asking me how my run went. And I'm just going to send a message back real quick. Jillian just sent me a video. I can't wait to see what Jillian has in store for me. This will be so great to be motivated, educated, and even get tougher like Jillian Michaels until I achieve my goal.
Soon is a collaborative workspace for you and your team to work across different documents. The interesting thing about this space is that it's actually generating an embedding on the back end. So as you and your team work, there's an understanding that you gain from the workspace. So as an example here, we have a weekly client agenda. This PR agency needs to send out an agenda every single week. So what we actually do is we give them the ability to just create a template and also some instructions or a standard operating procedure. And then pulling information from this list, it's actually able to then run an automation regularly. And this will run inside of the space. And one of the interesting things is that it can use additional tools. So here we've actually, this is running live right now. And one of the interesting things is that it's using this template, but also then pulling up web searches. So these are actual web results that it then incorporated into this to bring in that information.
According to Sequoia Capital, GenAI solutions only have about a 14% retention rate. So we wanted to get rid of all prompting, all learning curves of learning a new tool, and we just want our users to be able to work traditionally how they normally work, while our service makes suggestions on their behalf based on context that's on their screen. So as you can see in this example, I'm going to reply to Tom, my colleague, say, sure, I'm available at 2 p.m. Thursday. Just send it off. And in a couple seconds, Narada will understand the context of the call and make a suggestion for me to draft that invite. So I don't have to go create a new event, add Tom, my colleague. I can go ahead and just draft that invite right here. But we wanted to go beyond just context within the email. So the team has built the Narada note taker, which sits inside your calls, summarizes your calls, and then provides action items based on the context of those calls. And before those calls are actually sent, it actually sends a pre-meeting brief. I'm a sales guy at heart, so I'm meeting with people back-to-back meetings. And sometimes I need some ammo on who I'm meeting with. So I set up a little bit of a meeting with Chappie, provided some background information on him. And then we had a nice call about our collaboration piece, set some action items. And it'll go ahead and Narada will make suggestions based on those action items. They could range from sending that follow-up email, drafting that invite, adding that person to your CRM, finding that person on LinkedIn, amongst a bunch of other endless possibilities, like adding that ticket to Jira, adding that note to Notion.
Because whether you're a researcher, product manager, designer, you need to be able to keep a pulse and continually uncover insights fast to discover what your customers really want. So whether you're identifying gaps in the market or trying to understand exactly what data will help inform your roadmap or your way forward, you can either gather all of that secondary data and make assumptions, or also go out, conduct research, and quickly analyze. Spoken with 20 or so customers, and I'm interested in uncovering high-level insights. So I can quickly upload a customer interview here, either through a file, Zoom integration, import through OneDrive, Google Drive. So I'll load that here. It'll automatically transcribe, and the way Dovetail has been rolling out our AI features is always keeping humans in the loop. So we can quickly summarize, tag that interview, run through those highlights and key moments. There's automatic suggestion as well. So if you are interested in having our AI systems quickly identify tags, you can get from raw data to insight really quickly. Then all of those customer insights can get added to a canvas that you can then automatically cluster to identify those key themes.
We think prompting is the new programming, and we have built a tool that allows domain experts and engineers to collaborate in building LLM applications. And everything you've seen tonight and everything you see in AI, at its core, somewhere, it's a prompt. And we make that prompt building experience magical. So all the PMs in the room, rather than spending a long time back and forth with your engineering team, you can literally edit the prompt, push it to production, deploy it, and have a better product in like 50 times in an afternoon rather than like once a week. So I run this, and I've already put in say hello to the GenAI Collective. We're going to get output initially from one of the models that says big hello to everyone at GenAI. And then I decided to get another model to just introduce WordWare. And this is an online enabled model, so it's already searching the internet, pulling information out of WordWare, because we're not big enough that OpenAI actually knows who we are. And then they go 11 labs to read that out, and rather than me presenting, I'm just going to let WordWare present itself.
WordWare is a powerful tool that streamlines complex tasks and automates processes.
What we do at Reword is we extract web data at scale. What that means is customers come to us with often 10,000 or 100,000 different domains and a specific schema, and then we unleash our multimodal web agents on these domains and extract the data from these websites and then map it to their schema. Internally, what's happening is we render the website using Playwright, and then we mark it up using JavaScript, take a screenshot, and then we rasterize it using computer vision. And before we send it into an LLM, this helps us create one really high-quality function that's able to extract data from the website.
What we've seen in real world is if you want to build real-time multimodal apps, you need much complex pipelines. We help you build those pipelines and deploy them on our infra. So today we're going to show you some apps, some complex apps that we've built using our SDK and deployed on our infra. Detect the key events and commentate on its own, and that's what it does.
Brian is putting the pressure on Dan with a big bet on this. This is going to be a very interesting hand.
So that's one example. The other example is this. So here's the skin is pre-rendered, but the animations and lip syncs are all rendered real time and sent to the front end. Hello, how are you? Let's see.
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you?
Indexable is an AI-powered web crawling and scraping engine. So we allow developers to extract any set of structured data from websites, PDFs, and images with a single API call. So let's say you're a job aggregator. Typically, you would need to crawl and scrape hundreds of thousands of web pages in order to download information into your database to fill your platform. Typically, you'd have to write a scraper for each of these different websites due to the varying DOM structures. Of course, websites are constantly changing, meaning the scraper breaks, and you have to invest in maintenance. With Indexical, you can create one data extraction pipeline for all of these different websites. The way that you do that is each pipeline contains a series of high-level steps, where each step contains a natural language goal and a specific action, which is tied to a task-specific agent on our end that's tuned for that specific task. So here we can say, find a page listing the open jobs and positions of the company, navigate to the careers page, and then for each job listing, pull out the title, the salary, and the location. So if you're familiar with JSON schema, it's the same thing. And then each schema has the description to help our LLM identify what the information is.
So I'm here with Matt. He's the organizer of the event, and also there's a lot of people helping here to make this thing happen. And Matt, tell me, what is the importance to have an AI community here in San Francisco?
Yeah, how's it going, whoever's watching this? I'm the head of community at the GenAI Collective, so I know a thing or two about community. I think the reason it's important is because it's all about people, right? You can only do so much by yourself, but when you get all these people together in the same room with the same passions, even if it's not said, the energy really gets people excited to build, to innovate, to create together. So I think the reason it's important to find community is because you can really just find other people like you who are just as excited about the same thing. It's basically, a lot of people in the world, 8 billion, and these are my pockets, right? So I think it's really important to have community so you can just find the people with the same interests.
Nice. And do you have any invite for people that want to get involved? Maybe founders, or also maybe people that just want to know more about AI, what's going on?
Yeah, in San Francisco or in general?
In general.
Okay, move to San Francisco first off. I'm kidding. There's a lot of online resources, YouTube videos, but anywhere you go, you can find people interested in AI. And the thing is, again, there's so much world out there. When you're talking about AI, it's a pretty specific topic in the grand scheme of things. So when you find other AI enthusiasts, just have a conversation, ask them what they're curious about, because everyone is very curious right now. A lot of things are new, a lot of things are happening. My biggest piece of advice, don't have it's not too late to start. Everyone just started. No one has 3 years of GenAI experience. This is just happening. It's still the early days. It's going to be the early days for another couple years. So if you don't know where to start, just put one foot in front of the other, start reading a thing or two. All you have to do is have 1 or 2 interesting thoughts or pieces to say, then you get into the conversation. And then you start listening. Then you have other thoughts, and you share your thoughts. And it's really just a snowball effect. So biggest piece of advice, it's not too late to start. Just let your curiosity drive you, and then find other people who have the same interests. That's about it.
I'm with Prithvi. He's the from New York chapter from GenAI Collective. And Prithvi, I want to know more. What's going on in New York? What the other entrepreneurs are developing over there?
Absolutely. Well, so great to be with you today. I'm Prithvi, the lead for GenAI Collective New York. If you're in New York, come out to our events, connect with us. And so I would say the biggest point of differentiation between New York and the Bay Area, as everyone knows, is kind of like the mecca of tech. It's very software engineering, very tech focused here. In New York, we have that community as well, but you have the HQs and so many other industries as well. So you'll see a lot more focus into how tech can integrate with finance, with fashion, with all the other industries that are out there.
Oh, that's nice. And so if someone wants to be a part of the community there, wants to be involved to the events and things like that, how do they know more about that?
Absolutely. Well, all of our events are listed on our Luma page. So you can just go to our Luma page, look up GenAI Collective, and then you'll see all of our events there. Feel free to reach out to us at nyc@genaicollective.ai as well if you want to reach out to us directly. Engage with us on our newsletter, our podcast, and all of our channels as well.